And something I've seen a lot out of these South prospect guys is leg kicks, and then they have a very good bottom game.
He's got good boxing. He's coming out here, he's using his eyes, he's using his range, and he's a southpaw.
Adams even just trying to overwhelm him here.
You got to make these people pay for rushing in like that. You see him, let him get away with it. It's only a matter of time before this situation is what you got to work through.
It's interesting how the tables turn. Jalen told me in his interview today that he wants to put the pressure on. He's going to come out and be the guy to apply pressure. Well, Adam certainly does not let that happen yet.
Yeah, with it being, your first fight, and you're kind of trying to get your bearings, and Adam just rushed at him through a 4 or 5 punch combination and closed that distance. Didn't really give him a chance to even apply any pressure.
It seemed like Jalen got a little excited when he came out there and landed those punches. That's one thing you can't do when you're early on in your amateur career, is just you kind of got to slow it down a little bit. Don't be a one-round fighter.
I'm seeing Coach Terry out of Victory tell Adam, keep the pace, keep the pace.
Definitely don't want to give the longer guy space. He worked hard to get inside that range, and later on this fight it might be a little harder, like Chris said, to get past those weapons, and he might make him pay for closing that distance, but he's closed it now and he needs to benefit from it.
I'd also like to see Adam being able to switch off to these single legs. If he's got him against the cage, he's just kind of like bucking his hips.
Oh, that looks good.
There you go.
Right in the mount, too.
Nice.
Big shots.
Way to use the posture, still controlling the position. And now Dingle's feet can't quite reach the cage and give him any explosivity to get a sweep using the cage.
You got to put both of your hands on his hips and buck his hips up if you want to get him off you, because as soon as he starts sliding up on the mount, it's bad news.
It's very good positioning for McCann right now.
Adam's high and heavy, and he's not stopping with the punches.
It's like sometimes you got to take a couple punches to shrink to half guard to kind of get to a better position.
Absolutely. When you're in a bad spot, you have to accept that you're going to get hit, whether it's mount or being against the cage. You just got to sacrifice offense for defense or vice versa.
When you go pro, though, I'm not sacrificing any elbow strikes.
Adam going to try to finish it before the round's over. Trunkovic wants to see more out of Dingle.
He's using his legs and creating just enough space, but Adam gets on top.
Looks like we will see a round 2.
That we will. And somebody smells over here. I don't know if it's a fighter, a fan.
That was his game plan. He's going to keep a stinky jock fight night.
Lots of smells. And Adam again, just applying that pressure here.
Dingle able to use a little bit more of counter wrestling, but still, you give him your range.
Yeah, he landed a nice body kick, but kicking is not something that I would do if you got taken down in round 1. I would use other things to keep my range.
And Adam's right where he wants to be, right in the red corner, right next to his coaches, being able to hear kind of everything they say. Really helps you in your first fight, especially if you're trying to pay attention to listen.
It helps you in any fight, but yeah, especially it being his debut fight, keeping him calm, Terry doing all the right things.
I'm happy to see him. He was bridging his back for a second, but he should have been using that underhook to kind of slip out the back. So now he's kind of using it. Get off your back and use that underhook to come up to a single leg, to come up to a scrambling position.
Yep, you really got to get your hips, you got to get a strong angle and then really lift everything you can to kind of belly down.
When you're in that situation, it's either you could look for a deep half and you could pull him over top of your head, or you could use that to kind of do like an old-fashioned get-up. So really it just comes back to the basics, and a lot of these people are lacking fundamentals.
What I'd like to see from Adam now is try to get some kind of finish on the ground here. The ground and pound worked great last round. If he can maybe get his sit on his chest like he did last and throw some punches, or maybe even threaten a submission.
Yeah, I know these South prospect guys are hard to finish. I fought one, Luke fought one, and both of those fights went the distance. So I know they're scrappy, they're good off their back, off bottom, and they find a way to keep themselves alive.
There's the sitting on the chest and laying the ground and pound.
Yep, we got full mount again, and there's a good chance that Trukovich isn't going to be as willing to let this one go in this round.
Trukovich will let you go too. He'll give you every last chance to fight before he's stepping in. So he gives the fighters a chance to showcase heart for sure.
That's going to be it.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Chad Trukovich calls a stop to the action at 2 minutes and 19 seconds of the second round. Declaring your winner by TKO, Adam McCann.